Hello everyone, a very good afternoon and welcome to a very special episode of Home Choir. We've done a couple of these before. These are steps forward, advances if you like, in the world of artificial intelligence. Can it help us if we want to write music? Can, in fact, we see a future when AI is coming to make all the great composers out there completely redundant? Well, spoiler alert, no time desperately soon, but things have moved on even since the last time I sat here in front of you and shared some AI developments. So looking forward to showing you a little bit of what technology can do, just in the blissful assuredness that I think for now at least my job is secure. Let me check that everything's working. I have the piano just in case I need it. I don't think I will today because it's a non-singing session. Falls under the category, I think, of grab yourself a cup of something hot and comforting and just sit and enjoy, ask questions as you go, and otherwise be prepared to have your mind blown at what technology is capable of these days. Now, I do need to check that you can see all the various bits and bobs I've got here, so I'm going to get rid of that and press this button, and you should be able to see the various sites I shall be using today. These are all free to look at, and in some cases even free to use. A couple of them you'll need an account and subscription, but everything I shall be showing you today will be freely generated. Is this one working? This one is particularly odd. I'm looking forward to sharing that one with you all. And as always, I have in the background my Mid-Journey account. I put a couple of choir things on here, asked it to show me a choir singing in a cartoon style, and you know, it is getting better. Still struggles with background eyes. Bottom right is particularly horrific, but you know, we're making progress. Things are moving forward unbelievably quickly. So good, technology is working. Conductor has most of a cup of coffee, although it's cold. Let me turn on my cup warmer down there, so hopefully it'll warm it up. Hope you folks are all okay. Hope you've had a good weekend. Lovely to see so many of you here live. Looking forward to this session. So let me welcome you all. Carolyn has said, ready to have my brain addled. Never let it be said I'm not ready to learn new things. That's brilliant, Carolyn. I have to say that this AI revolution is a huge leap forward. It's right up there with things like the cloud, with the development of mobile technology, with the development of the internet itself. So just bearing in mind that for the next year or so, the ability to use AI, the ability to write prompts, the ability to make it do what you want is going to be quite complicated, but very valuable. And you may find you have enterprising members of your family, probably in their teens and 20s, who'll fly through this and become experts. And within a couple of years, though, it will just be ubiquitous. Your phone will have an AI in it. And we'll get to the point where everything is more intelligent than we are. Some might say we're there already. Now, look, let me welcome every one of you. And I hope you're all, as I say, having a good day. Let me welcome anyone who's watching this broadcast after we've streamed live, as many people will. Thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoy. If you haven't yet subscribed to Home Choir, it doesn't cost you anything. And I hope that you enjoy today. And if you feel at the end of it that you have enjoyed it, well, do consider hitting that subscribe button. Remember, it doesn't cost you a penny. Absolutely makes my day. And everyone watching at the moment, if you wouldn't mind, please hit that thumbs up button. It all just shows YouTube that we are an active community, people enjoy the broadcasts, and it will put us in front of more people. Likewise, if you're watching later on, do consider leaving us a comment under the video. That all really helps us as well. So who is here today? Well, for those of you watching but not in the live chat, good afternoon to all of you. A very special hello, as always, to Helene and Bill and Val in California. Hello, folks. Hello to Sue and Tony. Hello to Sally and Annie and Maureen. Hello to Anne and to Nikki and Charlotte and to Linda as well, and to Val, to Huyen, to Katie and Thornbury, to all of you. Good afternoon. And then hello, everyone over here. Fantastic turnout today. Lots of intrepid tech gurus in the making. A very good afternoon, Alison. Hello, Angela. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Carol. Hello, Carolyn. Hello, Christine. Hello, Colette. Hello, Colin. Hello, Dave. Hello, Jill. Hello, Dorothy. Hello, Emma. Hello, Fiona. Hello, Gaynor. Hello, Jill. Hello, Glennis. Hello, Gina, watching later on. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Janet. Hello, Jean. Hello, Jill. Hello, Jill. Hello, Julie. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Linda. Hello, Michael. Hello, Mike. Hello, Nicola. Hello, Patricia. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Sheila. Hello, Soraya. Hello, Susanna. Hello, Terry. Hello, Terry. Hello, Virginia. Hello to all of you. I do hope you're all having a good day. Right, so what are people chattering about? Lots of people still talking about that wonderful Friday Messiah at the Royal Northern College of Music. Just a brilliant, brilliant day. And if you were there in person, thank you so much for coming along. Really hope you enjoyed it. That was, of course, with Choir of the Earth. And if you weren't able to make it, there are, of course, more dates coming up. And, of course, we're here just throughout, everyone. So if you weren't able to make it over to the UK, well, then just keep watching. And you'll have plenty of home choir and plenty of Choir of the Earth to put a smile on your face. Now, just to bring you up to date, everyone, I've been beavering away this morning. The whole team is working hard on getting everything ready for what we have coming up later this year. Of course, the 23rd of April is our first engagement. We will be getting ready to record Sing and Send on Wednesday in preparation for that. So those of you who are already revising and making sure that you know your parts for that, thank you so much. And remember, you're going to have several weeks to sing and send. And so if you want to do multiple parts or even multiple recordings, you're very welcome to. And just thank you again. It's going to be a brilliant performance. I was writing the order of attack, as it were, the programme for today for the concert. And Home Choir is going to perform. That is to say, we're going to show our videos for the most recent performances. So that's obviously My Lack of Love, Let Justice and Judgment. I thought we'd also show them the lovely Handel Lascia Kyopianga. I'll make a nice video with some stock footage for that. And of course, the Sanctus from the Foy Requiem, which we did last year. The two new pieces will be in there as well. And the UE singers will be making up the rest of the time with some nice pieces like Moon River and the Seal Lullaby by Eric Whittaker. So we're going to have a brilliant concert, just making sure that we can stream it live as soon as I have the details. It'll be very similar, I should think, to Eric Weatherall's concert, except earlier in the day. We're going to be kicking off at around 3 p.m. UK time in the afternoon. So hopefully, Jill, you in Thailand might be able to stay up and watch that. So it's Sunday, the 23rd of April, St. George's Day, 3 p.m. start for the concert. It'll all be done by 5, and it is Home Choir's really first live concert, in that it's the first time we've been invited to take part with an ensemble and we'll be performing with them, which is going to be really exciting. So how's everyone doing in the comments? Hello to Gloria, good afternoon to you. And to anyone else, if I've missed you off, it's great to see you. Fabulous. Hello Hanu, good afternoon to you. Great stuff. Hello, Mags. Good afternoon. Hello, Virginia. Hope everyone's having fun. People enjoyed the Messiah from London. That was a fabulous video. And I'm just very pleased that they snipped off the very end so you didn't all see me blubbing. Anyway, folks, we should get started, as we've got some artificial intelligence to explore and challenge this afternoon. So make sure you are comfortable. We're going to sing our Home Choir chord. We're going to sing Happy Birthday for those members of Home Choir who are celebrating today. And then we're going to turn things over to this new artificial intelligence. But in the meantime, make sure you've got everything you need for the session. There's no singing today. But if you are here live and you want to ask questions, pop up and put those in the chat. And I'll look forward to hearing from you. But in the meantime, let's have the B flat chord today. So it's a B flat, a D, an F, a B flat, whichever of those notes suits you. Let's sing Home Choir. Here we go. Deep breath and... Beautiful singing, everyone. Thank you so much, and a very good afternoon. Welcome to another week here on Home Choir. We've got a great selection of stuff coming up this week. Today, we're looking at artificial intelligence and the current state of play when it comes to this new form of communicating with our technology. Can AI write convincing music yet? We'll see. We've had 2 episodes of this so far. This is the 3rd one and probably the last one for a little while, but interestingly, things have moved on since even our last show a few weeks ago. Don't forget, Wednesday we have Sing and Send. As I was just saying, we shall be capturing performances of both Mozart Ave Verum and Jerusalem. So it will be an epic session, should last around about 40 minutes. And just make sure if you're going to record that you've got everything you need for that session. The music will be on screen as always, but you will need headphones and a device to record your voices on. I'll go through everything you need to for Sing and Send on Wednesday, but do double check the newsletter as everything is in there. And then this Friday, we're going to learn Ain't Misbehavin', a great song from the early 20th century, and a few extra little treats, a few extra surprises based on music and pieces that you have sent me. More on that on Friday, but looking forward enormously to sharing that with you all. And then a lovely Sing Sunday to come. Do, as I said, everyone, do please keep an eye on the newsletter. Lots of interesting stuff going in there, including our upcoming hearing loss project, as well as details about the concerts that we've got coming up and more besides. So check out the newsletter. If you're not subscribed, it is free. Go to the website, homechoir.org, fill in the form at newsletter, and you're done. And don't forget, everyone, to please let us know when your birthday is so we can, like today, sing happy birthday for you. And we are celebrating today because it is Linda's birthday, it is Andrea's birthday, and tomorrow it is Nancy's birthday. So it's Linda, Andrea, and Nancy. Can we sing happy birthday for those three wonderful home choristers? There's our note after 2, 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Linda, Andrea, and Nancy. Happy birthday, dear Linda, Andrea, and Nancy. Happy birthday to you, and many more. Many happy returns of the day to all three of you, and thank you for being wonderful home choristers. Well, everyone, today, as I was just saying, we're going to be looking at AI, and I appreciate this is the talk of the town at the moment. This you can't open a newspaper, you can't open a website, frankly, without there being some talk of AI, and that, I think, should tell you just how important this leap forward in technology is. We've had it for a while. AI has been used for all sorts of things, everything from generating the captions that you get on a YouTube video all the way through to helping us with weather reports and so on. But it really was the launch of ChatGPT in November of last year that's kind of propelled it very much into the public sphere and into the public consciousness. Was reading just the other day, organisations including schools and universities are having to adapt really quickly to the use of this, and some forward-thinking professors and so on are saying you can use ChatGPT to help you write your essays as long as you acknowledge where it's come from, which is really quite something, how quickly time flies. Well, when I saw you last, we were looking at some music generators, including one called SoundRaw, and there are definitely some interesting aspects to it, but what I want to start with today, everyone, is to look at what happens if you actually literally generate something completely new that didn't exist before. And so in order to start with this, I'm going to show you the first of our AIs today. So I'm going to bring this up on screen. Here we go. So this is the first bit of AI we're going to use, and this is called Rifffusion, or at least this particular program uses an AI called Rifffusion, and this will allow us to generate a spectrogram. So you can see over here there's an image, and it will use that image to generate 10 seconds of music. Now, I've been playing around with this for the last few days. It's a rather odd way of generating music. It's not going to allow us to create an entire piece of music, largely because it'll only generate you 10 seconds. And in terms of what you put in at the top, it asks for a musical prompt and then proceeds to do entirely what it wants. But the results are really interesting. So what we're going to do is I am going to scroll down through the live chat here, and I am going to take an example here. I'm going to say the prompt is a sitting in a time machine going back in time to do my maths exam. Okay, that's taken from a comment I've just seen fly past on our chat, and we're going to get a spectrogram. So what this will do is it will take those words and it will use it to generate a spectral representation of that text, and it will then use that text to generate some music. As you can see here, it's going to take a little bit of time. So I'm going to go over, whilst that's working, I'm going to go over here to Melobytes, which is a second AI that actually generates things from scratch. Unlike SoundRaw, which we were looking at last time, which actually uses existing blocks but just generates them in a new way. Now this one, again, rather odd in terms of what it produces, but really very, very interesting because it does actually generate lyrics. Now, what I've done is I've chosen from this quite extensive list, everything from Latin, world, spirituals, Christmas, and so on, up to rock in the style of the Beatles and Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, to classical. So I've selected Mozart, more in hope than in expectation. Tempo-wise, well, we've got a wide range of tempo. Let's go for 100. Language, English, although you can have Afrikaans, you can have Gaelic, you can have Hindi, Japanese, and so on. Let's stick with English for now. And, right, well, we need a piece of music. Well, why don't we say God is our refuge and strength, our very help in times of trouble. And we know that Mozart did actually set those words when he was 8 years old. So if it's good enough for an 8-year-old Mozart, hopefully it's good enough for an AI which is about 2 months old. Lyrics completion. Now, if we want to, we can actually use OpenAI to generate lyrics, but in order to do that, we have to have a paid subscription. And I have not paid to subscribe, so we're not going to have lyrics completed. However, that is an option. So we're actually at the point, folks, where we can tell the AI, here's a line, generate lyrics to finish it, and generate some music around it. Very, very interesting stuff. Singers male plus female, absolutely. It gives us the option of generating a video clip. So why not? We can have pictures of random video scenes, random shapes. Italy, France. I just think let's have some, what should we have? Well, as it's Mozart, they don't have Austria. I think we'll just have some nice random fractals, some nice pictures. In terms of the vocals, male singer, you can choose from a list. I think we'll just have, it's even got names. Justin, Joey. I think we'll have Justin singing for us. And for the lady, let's have Joanna. Justin and Joanna. All right, song performance, singing. You can have talking and rapping. I think we'll stick with singing at the moment. So all of this is stuff, and we can choose effects and so on. I think I'm just going to press generate and let it do its work. So it could take a while. Whilst we're waiting for that one, back to the first one we did, which was sitting in a time machine, waiting to go back in time to do my maths exam. So it's taken those words and it's generated this image. And if I can zoom in, I wonder if that's possible. It is. Good. So I'm going to zoom in here, and it's generated from these words this spectrogram. And it's fed that in now. And this is what it sounds like. I have no idea what this is going to sound like. Okay, so this is what, sitting in a time machine, going back in time to my maths exam, into a spectrogram, into music. This is what this sounds like. Here we go. And that's what that sounds like. Let's have it again. So it's got E major, lots of, it sounds like a skipping record, doesn't it? I mean, there you are. Now, in terms of creating a piece, it's not a huge amount of material, but of course, if you were to take that audio, to chop it up, find a block that fitted within a tempo, you could use that and loop it round and round and round. There are definitely things you could do here. I'm going to put another one in. I'm going to put this next type as too clever by half, because I've just seen that popping. Actually, no, Sarah has said it sounds, so I'm going to say sounds like on hold music, because that's exactly what that does sound like. So let's feed that back in. Thank you, Sarah, for that one. So we're going to get a new spectrogram. Again, it'll take a few moments. Let's go back and see what Melobytes has done. So it has generated us some stuff. So this is the one we told it to write us a piece of music in the style of Mozart. God is our refuge and strength. Mixture of male and female singers. It's generated MIDI, which we can use for GarageBand or similar. It's generated us a video. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? This, again, has never been heard before. Should we see what this AI has generated? Here we go. This is fascinating. I mean, you can hear it's trying to sound like Mozart in places. No sign of the vocals yet. The video's entertaining. Right, I'm going to scroll through, see if we can find any vocals.
Time's up.
Ah, okay. So we've got some generated vocals. 4.5 minutes in. I didn't think he would like to sit through 4.5 minutes. Right, come on then, vocals. It is definitely discordant. Here we go.
In times of trouble, God is our refuge and strength. Our very help in times of trouble. God is our.
So, if any of you out there know, or might I even suggest are married to a composer, you can tell them their job is safe for now. I think it's fair to say this is still at a very, very early stage. However, it's really important to remember this is genuinely generated from pretty much nothing. And when you consider this technology didn't really exist a year or two ago, things have really moved on. Although it's fair to say, yeah, the composers amongst us can breathe a sigh of relief. I think our jobs are safer now. Let's see what the spectrogram has come up with sounds like on hold music. So this is the new spectrogram. This is the new piece. Here we go. Now, actually, there was a lot more to that. We're in G major, recognizable key. 2. So again, we've got something that you certainly couldn't call that a piece of music, but if you were to take this idea and to sample it and loop it, interesting. And again, this has been generated from an image, this image here, which itself was generated from text. So although it doesn't have any sense of deliberate composing, it's not sitting there thinking about the emotional content or about what it means, or even necessarily any particular music theory, what it has generated is a chunk of music which you can take and drop into a program like GarageBand, like Logic or similar, and then build on top of it. And a lot of music these days is built like that. So that's actually quite useful, quite interesting. So Melobytes, I'm going to give it another chance because the Mozart was, let's be honest, not very good. Let's have Vivaldi instead. And let's have it in, oh, now you see we've got some interesting choices in Welsh, in Latvian, Macedonian, Persian. No option, it seems, for Finnish, I'm afraid. Or is it there? We could have it in Swedish. Let's have some lyrics in Swedish, randomly. And we'll have a female singer. And we'll generate a clip using a kaleidoscope. And I'll just... Oh, lyrics. Okay, so it needs some lyrics in Swedish. Okay, I Vem kan segla foruten vind? Alright, I'm just going to use that. Apologies to any Swedes watching. Right, so we're going to let that chunter away and let's look at something else. Now, what I'm going to show you here, this is another AI. This is, in fact, Google's own music AI. It's called Music LM. And the thing I have to explain with this one is that this is not yet open to the public. This is coming later this year. But what it's done is you can find this if you go to, in fact, the link is in the description. You can all go and have a little listen, a little poke through this website. It's shown examples of what it can produce. Now, again, this is as a sample, as a range. What they'll have done is feed all sorts of prompts to the AI. And what it comes up with, it will have chosen the best, obviously, because this will be used to gain investment and impress their shareholders. But at the same time, this is really quite impressive. If you just click on it, you can see the prompt that was put in. So this one says slow tempo, bass and drums led reggae song, sustained electric guitar, high pitched bongos with ringing tones, vocals are relaxed with a laid back feel, very expressive. So let's see what the AI produced. Here we go. Turn it down a little bit, so I know this is quite loud. Here we go. So this is, as before, all generated, including the vocals. Well, there you are. And again, if you actually try and work out what those lyrics are saying, I don't think you can. These are sounds rather than words. But that was all generated as in the same way that Melobytes produced it, but of course in much more detail and in, frankly, much better. Let's have a listen to some relaxing jazz. So this is a long generation. This is 5 minutes worth. Have a listen. That sounds like hold music. Thank you for calling Home Choir. Your call is important to us and you are now in a queue. Your call will be answered as soon as possible. You are number 1672 in the queue. There we are. So that is generated, and again, like if you know your jazz, if you know your harmony, you'll be listening and thinking, that doesn't actually make sense. That's just a collection of sound, but after all, it's the style of it all. It's the way it all holds together. I think is quite impressive. Let's have a look here. We've got a story mode. This is the one that I liked, which is text and melody conditioning. So by adding melody embeddings, that's a new word, embeddings to the conditioning, we can generate music that respects the text prompt while following the provided melody. So if we start with Mozart Symphony number 25, whistle. So this is the prompt. Close enough. So that's what was fed to the AI, and this is what was produced when they asked it to turn that into an a cappella chorus. Have a listen to this. Now that's impressive. What does it sound like if we feed the same prompt to an electric synth lead? I mean, this is now starting to get into very interesting territory. Imagine each of you out there having access to this later this year. You whistle a tune into it, and then you say, I want that tune written out for jazz and saxophone. I mean, wow. As an opera singer, let's listen to the opera singer singing Mozart. Wow. Got Ode to Joy as sung, hummed. Here's Ode to Joy hummed. This is the prompt. For some reason, I want to eat some cheese. Here's the a cappella version. So you see, we are actually getting closer and closer to taking an idea and being able to get that idea kind of exploded and explored by the computer. And that, as a composer, that's an arranger, is immensely exciting. You think of an idea, or even one of you sends in an idea, just a little tune, a little thing that's been rattling around your head, and then we feed that to the AI, and it will automatically orchestrate it, turn it into a choral piece for you. This is getting interesting. Further down, we've got painting, caption, conditioning. So you feed it a picture, you describe it, and it will turn that into music. So let's have a look at The Persistence of Memory by Salvador Dali. This is the music that was generated from the image and the description. There's the picture. Now, see, that fits as far as I'm concerned. That would be perfectly acceptable if handed in as a piece of work for a music exam. Absolutely phenomenal. And finally, 10-second audio generation from text. So acoustic guitar produced this. Cello. Here's an interesting one a bit further down. Musician experience level. So these are all generated. Beginner piano player. Okay, all the way up to crazy fast professional piano player. So there we are, folks. So this is all Google's AI Music LM. Thoroughly recommend reading this and spending some time looking at the paper and looking at the website. It's going to be out later this year. When it does launch, I will do a full session using it. But I just thought you'd find that interesting. I found that fascinating. Back to Melobytes. Let's see what it's produced for us. Remember this one? We asked it to write something in Swedish in the style of Vivaldi, as sung by a female singer. And let's have a look at what it produced. I don't have great hopes for this one, but let's see. Here we go. Again, you can hear the Vivaldi in it. Okay, all right. Before you all unsubscribe, I'm going to stop there. Interesting, because you can hear the Vivaldi in it, but it's sort of it's like they've taken the ingredients that make up Vivaldi, you know, the fast frenetic string playing, the relatively simple chords, and they've kind of put it into the blender and just whizzed it up. So it doesn't follow the shape and the structure of Vivaldi, but it's made from Vivaldi. Imagine if you took the Four Seasons score and you made a smoothie with it. It's that sort of thing. And that's for the Swedish. Interesting. But what I think is really fascinating is I have sat through concerts of music that seemed, at least to me, to be just as carefully planned and thought out as that. And the composer at the end got a clap. So you never know. Now, before we wrap things up today, 5 more minutes, folks, I thought I'd show you a couple of music generators that use, well, a bit more structure. And so a little bit like SoundRaw, which we listened to last time, we're going to have a look today at Soundful and Ivor. Now, both of these are free to play around with and much, much more musical in terms of what they do, but far less flexible because you're starting with ingredients that have already been chosen that they know will work well together, and you're just specifying how you want them arranged. So it's going to sound a lot more coherent and a lot less weird. Now, here is, in the full interest of transparency, here is one I prepared earlier. But before we listen to that, let's have a look here. We go to Create Track, and what we can do is we can choose a profile. We can choose something they've already put together, or we can search for one. If I put in choir here, we can say Heavenly Church Choir and Organ. We can have a listen to a profile that someone's already created. Okay. So I'm going to click create, and I'm going to say key signature. Well, let's have C major. Why not? Duration, let's have 2 minutes. Number of compositions. Oh, well, let's have 3. Why not? Create 3. So it's created 3 tracks based on that set of criteria. So a church choir, an organ, and it's thinking about it at the moment. And I'm going to just let it work for a minute. How's everyone doing? It is all very interesting. It is all very weird. But that is the joy, you see, of technology. Is it's weird right up until the point where it actually works, and suddenly it'll be everywhere. You mark my words, folks. Within a few years' time, we will be enjoying AI-generated content regularly. It won't just be music. It will be films. It will be computer games. There will be AI in everything, which is scary on one level. But when you consider when the internet came out, lots of people, I remember saying that it was a fad, wasn't going to last. Oh, the internet, it'll never take off. And then, of course, the phones, the smartphones, oh, it's just a toy. No one's going to have one of those. Then the cloud, oh, I'm never going to use the cloud. It's going to be everywhere, everyone. It's going to be ubiquitous. Now, while we're waiting for that, just a couple more minutes, let's have a look at Soundful, which is another example here where you choose a style and then you say what you want. Let's go for relaxation. I feel like relaxing. And so this is a piece that's already in existence. This is a template. So if I click here, it'll show me what options I've got. So I've got the theme is relaxation, speed. Let's have it moderately swift. Let's have it in F major. And let's get it to generate me, or F major, not F minor. Let's generate a preview here. And this is our relaxation track in F major at a tempo of 105. And this is the kind of thing that if you are a content creator, if you make your own YouTube videos, if you just want to add a bit of music to a YouTube video, well, you can generate some of this and add it, and it will be royalty free. Let's have a listen. Very relaxing. I feel I should put on an echo. And now you are ready to completely relax. Counting down from 10, you will be completely relaxed. Either that or you need the loo. I mean, but there we are, folks. That's been generated for us on the fly, obviously based on existing material, but you specify how long you want, how fast you want it, what key you want, and it will produce just a big dollop of music. There we are. And you can use that for whatever you like. Let's see, how is Ivor getting on? It's struggling a little bit. Well, let's have a look at the one I did to just test that things are working. So this is the Heavenly Choir here. And the background to it, well, it shows, you know, all the bits that I used and so on. But the really interesting thing is it will generate this, which will be familiar to those of you that have watched my if you've watched some of my arranging sessions. Let's take it forward. And I can go in here, and just like in GarageBand, I can slide the notes around. So this, again, is very interesting. Those of you that are used to using kit like this, those of you that use Audacity or GarageBand and so on, if you want to use this to generate some ideas, you can then go back in and you can edit it. So this one is called Aiva, A-I-V-A. It's free to use. You can download 3 pieces a month for free. And so I would recommend all of you go along, you just click create track, choose the kind of structure that you want, choose the style. If you go reggae, for example, you can see examples here. You can put in electronic dance music, you can have all sorts, and it will help you, guide you through to the point you've created your own piece. So there we are, folks. Now look, I think that is that's enough today. I think I've thrown an awful lot of thoughts and concepts at you, but just to recap, what did I use? Just for those of you that might want to go away and have a play. So let's bring this back on screen quickly. So first of all, it was Melobytes. Melobytes is the one that produced the weird videos of Mozart and Vivaldi, but do have a play with it if you have at any time. Doesn't cost you anything to use, and I think it's going to slowly evolve into something actually quite useful. Ivor is the one that you were just listening to there, where you literally just base it on a profile and it will generate the blobs for you. That is also free to use up to a point. Soundful, again, is free to use, although if you want to start downloading and using it for anything other than your own personal use, you will need a subscription. Music LM was the Google-based one, and again, this one is not publicly available yet, but is coming soon. As soon as it does drop, I will do another AI session because I'm really looking forward to this one. And finally, this weird one here is called Refusion, and the link to this one is in the description through Hugging Face, which is a website which is showing off all the various innovations in AI at the moment. So, folks, I would thoroughly recommend you have a play, and this is the key, I think, to understanding and becoming confident with AI. It's fair to say at the moment, it's very, very difficult to see a way in which you playing with AI can break your computer. Okay, so you can go away and try these things for free and just get used to the idea of using prompts to generate a result that you want, whether it's in ChatGPT, whether it's in one of these music generators, whether it is in something like Midjourney or so on. Look for the prompts. The prompts are going to be the way that people get good at using these AIs, and it's the people that learn how to use them quickly who are going to find the quickest and, to be honest, the greatest benefit as the technology moves ahead. But I hope you found that interesting. As always, it's great to see you, particularly those of you that can make it here live, and to those of you watching later on. Hope you've enjoyed it as well. Do consider giving us a thumbs up if you enjoy Home Choir, and share this with your friends. It's all free. We just love to have people seeing our content and leaving us that all-important thumbs up and subscribing. So I'll see you on Wednesday, everyone, for something that doesn't involve AI. There will be some intelligence, though, in the creation of our Sing and Send track. So do make sure you've got everything you need for Wednesday. You'll need headphones and a recording device and scores if you want to use them, though they will be on screen as always. If you haven't had a chance to watch the teaching sessions, they were last week's Monday and Wednesday broadcast. It's Mozart's Ave Verum and Paris Jerusalem. So looking forward to seeing you and hearing you on Wednesday. But in the meantime, everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. Have fun playing with the AI toys, and all the very best. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.